Hey everyone, it's Reinhart here, and welcome to art class. Woo! It's art class time! Today we're going to do something different. We're not going to build something that's like, a structure like we usually do. Today we're going to make some art. And it's an art that is kind of special to me because I remember doing it in school, and it's an art that not only involves being creative and thinking, but it also is a little bit of geometry as well. And you have to think about how things fit together. It's called a tessellation. Now, tessellations are these tiles or shapes that fit next to each other that interlock with each other. So sometimes I know you've seen artwork out there of different tessellations where maybe a fish that fits in the same shaped fish and over and over and over and again. We're going to make our very own design, our very own tessellations. I'm going to show you two different ways to make a tessellation. The artist that really made tessellations, the thing that they are, the big cool thing, and he made amazing ones. His name was M.C. Escher. M.C. Escher, better known as Maurice Cornelius Escher, was born in the Netherlands in 1898, and he passed away in 1972. And he was an amazing Dutch graphic artist that's known for his detailed geometrical illustrations that create fantastic optical illusions. And he's also well known for what we're doing today, tessellations. His work combined detailed realism with enigmatic optical illusions. And he worked in lithograph, he worked in wood engravings, and he made all kinds of other illustrations. And in all his work, he portrays these like impossible spaces, things that couldn't happen in real life. And he also made these incredible sort of changing metamorphoses, so things that would change from one thing to another in his work. And so he worked using geometry to create his art. And that's why so many, not just artists and people who love art, enjoyed his work, but also scientists and mathematicians enjoyed his work because he incorporated both things together. And I think that's why I love M.C. Escher so much, because sometimes what I have to do, I have to also use my science side and my artist side, both together. You can go, and if you want to learn more about M.C. Escher, there's a website. It's called mcescher.com, and it's his official website. And you can look at his incredible artwork, look through all the different galleries. You can learn more about his life. And also, there's a lot more if you want to get a poster, you want whatever. It's all there at mcescher.com. So now let's get on to honoring this incredible artist by making our own tessellations. So we're going to make our very own tessellations here in my class today. So let's get started. So what do we need? Well, let's look around. Let's see, what do I got? I got some markers. So we need something to color with. You can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you want. You're going to need some different paper. I would say maybe some construction paper or regular paper, or you could use cardstock. I just have cardstock here. Whatever, any color you want. You're going to need a ruler. You'll probably need, let's see what else. Oh, one-sided tape. We're going to need a little bit of that for later. You need a sharpened pencil. Hello, do we have a sharpened pencil? That's pretty sharp. Maybe some scissors, definitely some scissors. And, an eraser in case we make a mistake. It's good to have one of those. Did I say ruler? Yeah, I said ruler. So let's get started. Woo-hoo! Tessellation time. First, let's take a piece of cardstock or regular paper or construction paper, whatever, any color you want. I'm going to use yellow. And what we're going to do is we need to make some rectangles first, some small rectangles, some small cards. And they need to all be the same size. So let's start by folding this piece of cardstock or your regular paper, whatever, this piece of paper. Let's fold it with a hamburger fold. And you know how to do it. You line up the corners. Make sure that you get those corners lined up and then make the fold. And sometimes if you want, you can use the edge of your scissors and make that crease really nice. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to mark where the fold is. See how I'm rubbing the pencil lead on that edge so I can see it. Now I can see where the line is. Look at that. So that's the center line. And we're going to fold it going the other way. This is what is it? Yummy. Hot dog fold. So we're going to fold it going the opposite way. And I fold it both ways, just to get it just folded right so we can see that crease. And again, I'm just rubbing the edge of my pencil on that fold edge, just so I can see the four rectangles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I think what I'm going to do is divide both of those up. We're going to have a lot of card. So I'm going to fold it going this way. That looks nice. And I think I'll fold it going this way. So I think the total is going to be 8 different rectangles. All right? They should all be the same. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. And you know what I'll do? I'll just put some pencil line right in that crease. And another one right there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you think we're going to do? We're going to cut this along those fold lines. All right, let's do it. We'll cut about 4, just in case, because we might need extras, and we're going to save these rectangles for later, if we need them. If we need them. All right, let's get started. So I'm just going to need one of these rectangles to start. All right, so we're going to make our tessellation, and we're going to start with this rectangle, right? And I'm going to use a pencil, and I'm just going to sketch a line that starts up in this corner here, up in the right corner, and it's going to cut out. We're going to make a cutout going from this side, but we're going to draw it first. So let me see. I think I'm going to just draw just a random shape. Now you can have it be jagged. You could have it be up and down. Let's get closer so you can really see what I'm doing. In fact, I'm going to make it darker. There we go. That's the shape I'm going to start out with. Yeah. Okay, so I just made that shape on my rectangle. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut it out. Carefully cut it out along that edge. Okay, so now we have these two shapes, right? So this shape that was cut out of this right side actually has to go all the way right here. See how I did that? So it was here. So I cut this shape out and I put it right there. And then I'm going to use some tape. Don't flip it, don't flop it, don't anything. It has to exactly fit just right there. Or what I could do is I could take the big rectangle, let's put it right there. All right, so and then we're going to tape this straight edge here. We're going to tape it right there. And it's made one shape. So now we know if we put this end here, it would fit, right? And these two sides would fit going up and down because there's flat here and here, right? All right, cool. All right, so next, we're going to cut a shape out of this side. And let's first use our pencil. Let's cut it, I don't know, about there. That's the shape I'm going to cut out. What do I do next? Well, I'm going to cut out that shape, just like this. Now, you don't have to do the same shape. You could do a wild shape if you want. Maybe we'll do another one that's a wild shape. So I just cut that out. And now, I'm just going to pull this down. And that's going to go right there. It goes directly up. And what do we do? Where's our tape? Tape it right here. And you know what? I just made this shape. And we can see, look at this. We know that this is going to fit on top, right? So we could put another one up there. And we know that this side is going to fit that way so that we can have lots and lots. What does this look like? It kind of looks like, let's see, we could turn it this way. It looks like, ooh, I like it this way. Ooh, this is cool. Look, now I'm just going to sketch on this. Look, it could be a big fish. Look at that. I'll put maybe some fins down there. And maybe this is his tail. And oh, he needs a fin there. And whoa, look at that. So we turned our shape, which was just a rectangle. Look at that. We made it into a fish. Now let's see if it works. Let's see if this shape can become a tessellation. So let's grab another piece of paper. And we're going to, let's see here. let's trace our tessellation, our fish. Let's trace it, and I'm just going to trace it down here. You can trace it going any direction you'd like, but we're going to trace one. I'm just tracing around the edge with my pencil. All right, let's see. Is this fish going to fit? Will it fit right there? Oh my gosh, it fits. Look at that. See how that fits? Fits up on this side. Let's see if it fits this way. It does. So now what we're going to do is we're going to trace our main tessellation stencil over and over again and to fill up the entire page. And I would use a pencil, and make sure your pencil is sharp so that you can get it just right. And if you need to, if you don't want this to move, if you don't want your tessellation template or your stencil to move, what you can do is you can just tape it down to put a little tape on there and hold it in place. Sometimes that helps me. Little tape, little extra tape. Tape is pretty magical, I think. We'll hold it up. So now we're starting to get I'm going to do these bottom areas too. It's almost like there's a school of fish that are swimming together so closely, almost like in MC Escher's artwork. So we're making our very own tessellations just like MC Escher. I mean, his were really good, but I don't know. I bet you could come up with something pretty cool. Here, I'm going to take this tape off and hold it in place. Look at that! We've got our tessellation pattern. Look, all those fit into each other. Now you could use a bigger piece of paper if you wanted, or you could use smaller rectangles so you could fit more on a page. But this is how we've started. This is just what we're going to do. So now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to color each one of these differently, and then maybe I'll sketch in what their faces and everything look like. So let's get to decorating. All right, there we are. That's our first tessellation. Oh, look at that. And it fits in just with our first tessellation template that we made, our stencil. And I just drew in, my details. You'll notice some of my fish are kind of a little different than the others. It's okay. That's what's kind of fun about it, because you can see different and see how they fit exactly in the different spaces. I colored it so that every other one was orange and going that way. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. So our first tessellation art that we made, wow, it's a success. Let's make another. Let's get started, and let's do a cutout shape on this side here. What am I going to do this time? I don't know. Just doing a shape like that. I have no idea what I'm making, everybody. So, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it a little darker with my pencil. Just like that, so I can see it when I'm cutting it out. Okay, that's the shape I made this time. Let's get my scissors and we'll cut it out. Now this time what we're going to do is, instead of just taping it to the other side and mirroring it, we're going to flop it on the other side. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Once we've cut this out, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an F on here for front, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put a B on it for back. So can you see that? There's the B. What we're going to do, this fits here, right? We're going to flip it over like this and tape it to this side right there. So see what I did? Instead of doing it and pushing this side and making it match up there, this time what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over to the back. Or rather, let's do it this way. I'm going to flip it over, that's the back, and then we're going to go and stick it right there. Whoa, I don't know what this is going to be this time. Maybe sometimes your tessellations could just be shapes. They don't even have to be a thing. I'm going to tape it. I'm going to use just using one-sided tape. Let me see. I'm going to tape it down just like that. Oop. What do you do when you got extra tape coming over the edge? Cut it off. Just don't cut any of your paper. I don't know what that's going to be. But we know that that's the back, okay? So now we need to do a shape up top. That we're going to cut out. I don't know. What's it sort of look like? I'm trying to see what it could look like. I don't know. Who cares? Let's just make a shape. That's a weird shape. Let's cut it out. Weird is good, right? Can be anything. And like I said, you could turn this into anything. It doesn't have to be a fish or a bird or anything. It doesn't have to be a real thing at all. It can just be a shape if you'd like. Okay, so that's the front, right? Because it fits perfectly in there. But let's flip it over. Remember? That's flipped over, and that's the back side. And what do? We fit it on... Is this the side? No, we fit it. We don't fit it going directly on that corner. We actually fit it going on that corner there. See, because those two kind of mirror. And then let's tape it down. So it doesn't go here. It goes actually all the way to this corner, the opposite corner, all right? Okay, so there's our shape. Let's trace our template. Our stencil. This is going to be our tessellation stencil, and this is for the flip-flop tessellation that we're doing. I'm just going to trace it with my pencil. Oops. And if you need to, just be real careful around the real skinny parts. All right, there's my shape. Now let's see if it fits going this. No, doesn't fit going that way. How can I make it fit? Well, since I called it a flip-flop, we're actually going to flip-flop, flip it over. Aha! That's how it fits. So these pieces are going to flip like this. And I'm tracing the outside. So when the pieces lock into each other, they flip. So let's see. Does this fit going this way? No. How about if we flip it over? Does it fit? Let's see. I think, nope. See it this way. Does it flip this way? It fits. So you just have to keep testing it to see. But it should, if you did it the way I told you to, it should fit with each other. If you make a mistake, go back from the beginning and see where you made your mistake. We all make mistakes. Do you know how many mistakes I made making this video? I had to try this a whole bunch of times to make sure I could do it right. Let's see if this fits. All right, there we go. Look, there we've done it. We've made our very own tessellation pattern. This is the flip-flop. So the pieces actually, the patterns flip. Let's see, and then it flops. And then over here, does it fit that way? Nope, it flip-flops. So it's cool because it flip-flops different ways. All right, now let's decide, what am I going to turn this into? I think, let's see. Ooh, I see what it could be. Wow, there we are. We finished our tessellation. This is the flip-flop tessellation. Look at that, that's really cool. And our little dinosaur with the knight on top of him, and he's going both ways. He flip-flops, so he goes, or he or she or whoever's in there, they go flip-flap that way, and then when it turns around, it flips and goes this way. So look at that, that's so fun. Okay, so we made 2 different types of tessellations for this project, okay? Inspired by the artist MC Escher, so if you want to see more of his work, you can go online, look on Wikipedia, you can go to mcescher.com, you can see a lot more of his work. He only just did a lot of different things, but today we're just focusing on tessellations. So this was a really fun project. It wasn't easy, right? There was a lot of extra little drawing and coloring, but boy was it fun to be able to like make these shapes and make them fit together like that. That is so cool. Oh, I'm so excited. I got to use this in my pop-up sometime, don't you think? I think so. So thanks, class, for joining me today. This was a great art class, really fun, and I think I'm going to do more classes that are inspired by different artists. And we're going to redo some of their artwork, or we're going to do our own version of some of the techniques that they use. That'll be really cool. We can learn some cool stuff together. Well, thank you for joining me. It's Matthew Reinhart here. Remember to stay healthy and stay safe, and to stay kind to everyone. Be kind. Think of other people in this time. And hey, they'll be thinking about you, and I'll be thinking about you. So I miss everyone. I will see you next time. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of video stuff. And also you can click the bell and you'll get a reminder of when I have a new video up, usually a couple every week. All right, see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, good class.